Okay, guys, welcome. Again, we always appreciate your coverage and appreciate you coming out today. We're excited. Obviously, just finished practice one for Nebraska and know what kind of team we're facing. Tough team, obviously. Great leader in Armstrong. Receivers with experience, strong offensive line. On defense, it starts with the front seven. I think they're really strong inside. The defensive ends are powerful. Linebackers are all big and can run. I think they're getting their punter back, so I think that's a plus for them. And excellent punt returners. Tailback had a great game last week, very shifty, and I think their safeties are guys that are active and very experienced. So we're excited. Just finished day one and getting ready to go here. So with that, I'll open up any questions.
This week than last week. Al, when you guys looked at the film, was that just the second half?
Yeah, well, I think that there's no question about it. We tackled better in the second half. I think the misses in the first half were explosive plays. The misses that we had, they went for big ones. We haven't let up too many of that length in a while, so that got our guys' attention, and obviously we learned from it. But certainly we tackled really well in the second half. I thought, man, I don't think we missed too many in the second half.
How much is running out of the shotgun, you think, helping Joe and Mark? Joe obviously is running at 7 yards per carry.
Well, I think they're both, Gus is more of a pistol runner or more of an eye runner. At 240 pounds, these guys are more suited to the pistol or shotgun. And I think it's helped us. It's created some cutback lanes, and obviously you have to be able to make those cuts to be able to do that. And I think those guys are both doing it right now, and they're pressing the ball really well.
Al, how hopeful are you on Braxton?
It didn't look today like he was as far as we would hope. But we still have 2 days. We'll see where it is. We'll make a determination probably tomorrow. Stacy looked better today.
Was Juwan Young able to do?
Yeah, he looked great. Yeah, everybody else was good, guys. Everybody else was good.
You spoke about on Hurricane Hotline. You spoke about the unity, and not so much that, but just the honesty from the players in the locker room. I guess how common is that?
Oh, I think it takes a long time to get to that place, and now we have to keep it. And we have to keep it when adversity strikes. I think it's so easy to solve problems when, like for instance on kickoff return, if the left tackle comes off and says, "Coach, that was my guy," and then you say to yourself, "Okay, do I have to change the system here, or do we just need to block the guy?" And I think we were getting a lot of honesty and a lot of collaboration, not just at halftime, but on the sideline. We were getting a lot of collaboration where guys were saying, "Yeah, no, I blocked down, but he wiped across my face and I got beat." Okay, and as a coach, you say, "All right, you have to trust your players that they're going to execute it." Or if you're playing the defense and it's not working, everybody's in the right place, but you're getting beat. Now systematically you have to say, okay, we better get a safety down here, or we better move the linebackers over or change the front. So it is vitally important. I think our guys learned a lot Saturday about that.
Just how quickly can you guys, I'm sorry, I should get the mic again.
Because of that honesty, Al, just how quickly does that help you guys, fix things?
It's important. I mean, you cannot underestimate that enough. I mean, that was huge just to get that throughout the game, and then the leadership at halftime, just poise, everybody talking, and not yelling, not creating a bunch of noise, just problem solving. So again, we have good leaders, so that was good.
Al, you guys are 5 for 5 on fourth downs around the league. It's just kind of absurd. It's like an 85% success rate on fourth downs, and most of the time people are punching those in. Those drives are eventually leading to touchdowns.
Yeah.
Far more often than not. What is it now? I mean, is this something that you're seeing more and more just in football? I mean, I know it's all situational based, but it seems like a whole lot of teams are going for it more on fourth down than ever before. Has your philosophy evolved in that as well?
Well, I mean, with our defense. So as our defense has improved over the last 15 games, so has our ability to go for it on fourth. So I don't think there's any question. We have the utmost faith in our defense now, and I think we were second, other than Georgia Tech in the conference. You guys would know better than I, but last year, and we just have a lot of confidence in our guys. So if it takes 4 downs, it takes 4 downs. They're both money downs to us. So if it takes 2, that's what we'll do. We do need to catch the ball better on 3rd down, though, for sure. Manny?
I was going to say, just in regards to the 4th down, does that completely change your play calling now on 3rd down? Is that
Yeah.
more conscious of that than before?
Absolutely. Yep. We got to know how many downs we have or where we are in the game and how's our defense playing. All those things are factors, for sure.
Al, it's only been a couple games, but how would you assess the offensive tempo that you guys are playing with, the pace of play, with how often you're running snaps and things?
I don't know. The first game was hard because, we cut the quarters down, I would like to see, it to be a little bit more variable, but it's just the way it worked out in the first game. And this one, I think the tempo was good. Obviously, we possessed the ball well. I mean, I would like to possess the ball if we can, but again, not at the expense of scoring. And I know we can do a better job when we do want to go fast. We could do a better job there, and we were offsides. We had too many pre-snap penalties, and so that's a big factor as well. So we got to get that cleaned up.
Coach, do you get the sense that the kids today are aware of the significance the Nebraska program has had in the University of Miami's history?
Oh, sure. Yeah, I mean, we had so many guys that were there last year, so the guys that were there know, and they understand the tradition of it. And none of that's going to help us prepare. I think for us, it's this team has been very consistent right now in terms of its preparation and just staying consistent and methodical and just trying to get better every day. I thought we just had a good practice, so we just got to keep going, just keep our head down and just prepare and do our thing.
What are you seeing from the tight ends in practice as far as their ability to catch and run routes and things?
Yeah, I said it, Matt. We got to do a better job getting on the ball. You're right, but they can catch it now. They do a good job. Stan is the most versatile because he can be in line or down the field, and obviously Chris and David can get vertical. They're both fast. So I'd like to see them a little bit more active, as I said to you, 10 days ago, 11 days ago now.
Al, I know we've obviously talked about Joe and Mark, just kind of the way they play off of each other. To see that it's 2 games, one guy, one game, the other one. Your thoughts on just how they've started out and what they can do against Nebraska?
Yeah, I think they're both unselfish guys. I think they're both team players. They both love the University of Miami. They love the team. And they're both competing right now. They really are. I mean, run after contact, second effort, spinning on contact. Pass protection, catching the ball out of the backfield. We're asking them to do a lot, and they're doing it. And they kind of just feed off each other. So if one looks tired, the other goes in. And then I think Trayon Gray is obviously making a push as well, and he's going to continue to help us as the year. But I'm pleased with that group, and got a good edge about them, good attitude, and they're going to need to against this front seven. We're going to have to run hard and break tackles.
Coach, what adjustments do you need to make for the run defense? We kind of struggled this past week at Florida Atlantic, and obviously last year against Nebraska as well. What are the key adjustments you guys need to make on for the run defense coming up this week?
Yeah, I mean, I think everybody's just got to play together, not panic. We did not play well against the run in the first half last week. We settled in, so we've played good for 6 quarters so far this year against the run. We tackled well in those quarters, and then one quarter was not good. And we have to improve from that. We have to learn. Our guys did. We did that today. Again, I don't want to get into the tactics of it. There's some things that we know we need to do against these guys, the size of them, the shiftiness of the running back, the perimeter plays that they try to create eye conflict with. So those are all the things that we're getting ready for.
Al, you basically haven't had Stacy or Braxton at all this season. Of course, losing them early in game 1.
Yeah.
At some point in the year, do you need a number 1 receiver to emerge, or is it not that critical for Brad and just let him pick and choose who's hot at what time?
Yeah, again, I think Herb had 100 yards last week and Rashawn had 100 yards first week. I don't know when was the last time we've had that. 2 guys at 100 yards. So I don't know who's won. But right now, those guys, can be number 1s at any time, and certainly Stacy can be that guy. So we believe in a lot of guys. A lot of guys are going to get touches. A lot of guys are going to get opportunities, and that's the one thing about Brad. He'll go through the whole progression So there's really nobody taking a play off ever. And they know if he's out there that he's going to distribute the ball and get it to the open guys. So having said that, we would love for those guys to get healthy and get back and help us.
Obviously, this is one of the bigger home games that you guys have. I don't need to remind you that you're a little limited by visits and stuff. Can you speak to the amount of recruits you're expecting this week? Is it a big weekend?
Yeah, I mean, again, we'll see how it we'll see how it evolves, but it's it's going to be this game and one other, or this game and two others, and but yeah, we're hamstrung there. There's nothing we can do about it. It is what it is, Matt. I mean, we both know the story. I don't want to rehash it. It stinks.
You had Mike James honored by Allstate a couple years ago. You got Deion being honored by Allstate today. I know you guys try to instill, purpose of the community and things Sherelle's doing and things of that nature, but ultimately it's on the kids, themselves to do these sorts of things. How happy were you to hear that Deion's getting the?
Yeah, I mean, we've had some guys, Steven, Dallas. We've had some guys that just very unselfish and give of themselves. That kind of helps eliminate entitlement. They know they serve a role in the community that's larger than themselves. Deion's Deion, man, I couldn't have him to a nicer family or a nicer young man. So we're proud of him and obviously what he represents. But there's so many times that, you walk into work and you see that he did a community service function by himself. He just went out to a local park and talked to some kids and he really believes in giving back. He's a super, super human being.
In meeting him and speaking with his family, I sort of wonder where these kids come up with the strength and the time.
Yeah. Well, again, with Deion, it's priorities. It's important to him. His family's important to him. Getting a degree is important to him. Making good decisions in the community is important to him. Being a great football player and then obviously giving back. So he makes it a priority, which is great.
Al, you mentioned the quarterback getting hit too often in the first half last week. Any changes on the offensive line this week you're expecting, or positions where guys could eventually win starting jobs?
No, I think we just got to keep competing there. I'm not displeased with the offensive line. I just don't think we're not gonna settle in anytime soon. We just got to keep getting guys better, and we got to be better today than we were on Friday night, Manny, and we got to protect them. We got to do a better job protecting them. I think if I'm disappointed in anything, it was that, when you get beat by a scheme, you got to get them over the side and get the scheme squared away, right? But when we got beat on a couple of one-on-ones, we got to get that cleaned up, and guys got to rise to the occasion and get their technique right. So we're helping them through that and getting that cleaned up, and competition is certainly going to help that as well.
Al, outside of Mark Walton, any of the other freshmen really impress you on tape from the first couple of weeks?
We've played a bunch now. We've played a bunch, so Redwine has done a nice job. Quan Johnson on special teams has been awesome. He's a leader at such a young age for us. There's a bunch.
Yeah, we've seen some playing time for Norton. How is the transition?
Yeah, Kendrick's done a really nice job. RJ's done a nice job. I think St. Louis and Gauthier have done a nice job. So, again, there's a number of guys. I'm pleased with the group overall, and I think a lot of those guys that are helping us on special teams are really making a strong commitment to it, which is good. We were active the other night on special teams, which is good.
Great. Thank you, guys.
Okay, guys, have a great day.